From the KATC Weatherland, here's Rob's forecast.
Welcome back. Well, the heat stays on, only amps up in the days ahead, and we'll have more of this. Lots of sunshine and just a few clouds. So let's get over to the weather wall and get to the famous scatter plot. Yes, added some special effects here as we look at all the days in the last 30 days. We've been pretty much on the warm side of things, which is the right side. Warm days, warm nights, and we continue to be on a record run. 43 days in a row of 90-plus degree heat. That's not the record. 31 days of those 43, 95 or better. 12, 98 or better, and 17 lows, 80 or better. None of these are all records individually, but you add it up together and you look at the mean temperature, average of highs and lows over the last 43 days, hottest 43-day stretch we've seen in any summer with an average temperature over 87 degrees. That's the highs and the lows combined. So it's been a rough summer for sure. And where are you going to see this? Well, in your utility bills. And look at the trend in Lafayette over the last 50 years or so on what we call degree heating and cooling degree days. This is cooling degree days. Any degree above 65, you got to pay for air conditioner. And usually in the summertime, we average somewhere in the 2,700 range, and then by now, as we get over the last several years, you see how that's climbing upward in concert with our warmer overnight lows, in concert with the warmer Gulf of Mexico, and in concert with the warmer atmosphere. So look out for your utility bills over the next couple of months. They're going to be as high as they ever been and will be much higher than they were last year at this time. So keep that in mind. And we continue to be under this dome, this heat dome of high pressure, that's keeping all the storms away and allowing for mostly sunny skies and squelching any shower or thunderstorm activity. We saw a streamer shower or two offshore, but that's been about it. Locally, all is quiet on Power Doppler 3. Got it running no matter what. 365, 24 hours a day, scanning the skies across Acadiana. It's Acadiana's Doppler radar, by the way. As we take a look at the heat advisories again tomorrow, another day with heat advisories, and then outside of that, we have excessive heat warnings in spots. So it continues to be brutally hot from the southwest to the Gulf Coast. And you see those big storms on the periphery of the ridge of that high pressure tonight across the Texas and Oklahoma panhandles. We get into the tropics. All is quiet through much of the Atlantic. We do have Tropical Storm Don doing okay. 50-mile-per-hour winds. That's going to stay out here, so we're not going to show you a track on that system. But we do have a good-looking tropical wave south of the Cape Verde Islands, and that is looking like it may try to develop over the next 7 days, and the zone it would develop would be out here. But by the time it gets here, it's going to be running into southwesterly upper level winds, so not looking too impressive. Another tropical wave behind it might have a little bit more of a future. So we'll track one wave, and we can kind of see it on the Euro model here, that circular motion right there, maybe weak low pressure developing. But at the same time, this is getting into Saturday. By Saturday night, we're in a stripe of elevated moisture and instability. So that's when we're going to see our next chance of storms. That comes in late Saturday into Sunday, we think, and there's that tropical wave that's coming off the African coast that we're tracking, and the one behind it looking a little bit more organized, but getting close to that time of year where we need to start tracking those systems coming off the African coastline. Peak of hurricane season about a month away. So as we take a look at the forecast tonight, temperatures near 80 for daybreak, and then tomorrow upper 90s. We got the graph model going here, so back down to near 80 tomorrow night. And as we head into Friday, we'll see temperatures pushing the 100-degree mark, and the same goes into Saturday. But watch Saturday, we'll start to see some storms to the north of us. Here's the disturbance, maybe a few scattered storms out ahead of it. But I've lowered the rain chances Saturday down to 20%, but they'll be up to 60% come Saturday night going into Sunday. So the high heat continuing, those heat indices up to 113 to 114 or 15. And again, take plenty of breaks. Can't say it enough. This heat wave continues. A little bit of a break comes Sunday, but no, I can't see us shaking the mid-90s anytime soon. And mind you, the normal is 92 for a high this time of year. Haven't even been close to that for the last 43 days.
Ooh, 43 days and counting.
And counting, yes.
Thank you, Rob.